Backstory, was on a plane back from vacation. My mom and I were sat in a row of 3 and had a spare seat. Em wanted me to swap with her so she could get 2 seats to herself while and I would sit with her husband and kid. Cast, Em, curly hair, fat but not obese, that special type of, I'm on a cheap flight but I'm better than all of you, bitchiness. Mom, my mom. Me, I fucking cringe so much when people go, ooh don't know who that is, haha you know who teehee, fuck off it's me. FA, the most useless tit I've ever met, flight attendant. So, we were in the air, the seatbelt sign was off and we are free to roam about. The flight had a couple spare seats from what I could see, including the one next to me. My mom and I had booked the middle and window seat but I moved to sit in the aisle so we would have more space. The woman sat in front, continuously whipped her head round to stare at me for a few seconds. I tried to ignore her but it was fucking weird. After 20 minutes of her turning round to stare at me every few seconds, she eventually tapped me on the head. She tapped me on my head by reaching over the seat. Excuse me, her tone was very severe. Me, yes. Hi. I was very tired and tried to be polite. Swap seats with me. She maintained eye contact the whole time. I took a few minutes to respond because I was just dumbfounded. Me, I'm with my mom, I'd rather not. You've got a spare seat, I want spread out and relax, swap with me. Me, no, please leave me alone. That's not how you speak to an adult. She got a little loud, enough to turn heads and disturb my mom who asked if I was okay. Swap with me, I need to sit there and you can sit next to my child. You can play with him. The child looked around 5. I am 18. Me, please leave. Move right now. This turned everyone's head, made me so embarrassed and was loud enough to summon a flight attendant. Mid-30s male. FA, is everything alright here? He spoke directly to completely ignoring me. That boy won't move. He's got 2 seats to himself and he. My mom interjected, loudly, at this point. Mom, I actually have 2 seats to myself. Both of which I paid for. I was sitting in the aisle seat, which we had not booked. The didn't respond to my mom, I think she was intimidated. FA, well I'll see what I can do. He then turned to me. Me, who had been listening and present the whole time. FA, this woman is asking if you'd be able to swap with her so she could have more space, would you mind? Would I mind? Me, no I don't want to swap. Erupted. She started yelling at me, calling me a brat, calling me selfish. My mom was yelling at her back and I honestly was struggling not to laugh at because I noticed how her chin shook as she shouted. The FA during this argument shrinked away, just backed off and fucking left. Realizing she was making a fool of herself, fine. Selfish fucking brat. She sat back down and swung her seat back as much as she could, which was fine because it was literally a couple inches and I had plenty of space. My mom asked if I was okay and if I wanted her to make the move. I said I was fine. Started making huffing noises. I ignored her, put in my earphones and the rest of the flight was fine. When we landed, made sure to get up like a rocket and block the walkway so I couldn't get out the aisle. I, however, was feeling petty. I stood up, shuffled over and said, you don't mind do you? Then barged into the walkway in a way that looked accidental. She stumbled into someone else who promptly launched her back into her seat. It was hilarious, like watching a ping pong ball. She didn't move after that and we got off the plane and never saw her again.